Hello, everyone, and welcome to a new episode of The Real Movie Critics. Critics of movies and TV shows by real fans, not fake ass ones. I am your humble host, Christopher, and joining me, the creator of the Psycho Nerd podcast and the repeat movie viewer YouTube page, none other than the Psycho Nerd. How are you, Psycho?
I'm doing pretty damn good. Got some coffee in my system. I'm ready to do this shit.
All right, I like to hear that. And of course, to my right, the creator of the Somewhat Supernatural podcast and one of the hosts of the Gore and More podcast, and also my commentary partner on Apex Championship Entertainment Wrestling. You know him as Dick Biggums, but he is Lord Scuba Cabra.
Yeah, what's going on? Nobody's supposed to know I'm Dick Biggums.
Well,
You just
I don't
ruined
think-
it.
Well,
you
you
ruined
done
it for the
dropped the
whole
bomb.
2 people that are going to watch this podcast.
hashtag kayfabe is dead.
You done messed it up, man.
Well, you know, that's what I do. I fuck shit up.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you
Now, full disclaimer here. Anybody who knows me knows that I am not a fan of horror movies. You know, I like a couple, I've seen Nightmare on Elm Street. I've seen shows like Creep Show and House and Happy Death Day, stuff like that. But I'm not submerged fully into the genre. Unlike you two gentlemen who, looking at Scuba's background, just a little bit of a fan of the horror genre. So for me to watch this particular movie, of course, I had to watch a movie prior that came out. It's part of a trilogy. The Firefly trilogy, I believe is what it's called. Had to watch it, The House of a Thousand Corpses, and that'll get us to the review of our movie this week, which is The Devil's Rejects, which premiered on July 22nd, 2005, directed by Rob Zombie, starring Sherry Moon Zombie as Baby, coming back, Sid Haig as Captain Spaulding, who, again, on the Psycho's recommendation, was my favorite character in the movie series so far. Bill Moseley as Otis, which, by the way, I thought he looked a lot like Rob Zombie. I thought it was Rob Zombie playing this character for the first 30 minutes of the movie.
Which he could have. He could have easily played the character because
they
do
look a lot alike.
slightly resemble each other.
Yeah. And then William Forsythe, the Sheriff Wendell, who anybody who knows who William Forsythe is, was the brother from Raising Arizona.
That's the only thing I knew him from growing up until Deuce Bigelow came out.
He was also in The Rock. He was one of the FBI agents.
See, I didn't see The Rock until about 10 years ago.
Damn, that's a good movie.
But he was also in Deuce Bigelow and Blue Street.
Oh, that's right. He was
and that's where I knew him from, was from Deuce Bigelow.
That's because he kept showing him cameos in this movie. Danny Trejo as Rondo, Diamond Dallas Page as Billy Ray Snapper, Michael Berryman as Cleavon, and anybody who knows who this guy is, Weird Science. That's all I'm going to say about that. Can we keep this between us? I don't want to lose my teaching job. Brian, how do you say this dude's name? Posehn.
Posehn. Brian Posehn. Comedy great, I must say. If you've never seen any of his comedy shit, it's weird, but he's fucking hilarious. And I want to say he put out a metal album too that's just like absolutely ridiculous.
Nice. And I thought I recognized her right away in this movie. PJ Souls as Susan, or the woman in the parking lot, who you may also know from Halloween and Carrie. So she's been in the genre before, but she was also in Stripes. She was the chick that Bill Murray hooked up with. I'm going to shoot it over to Scuba, some highlights of this movie in particular, because, again, I've only seen this movie the one time. So I'm sure you guys have seen it probably more times than I have, obviously. So I want to get your idea or your take of this movie in particular.
So this movie I was very excited for because I was such a huge fan of House of a Thousand Corpses. There was a lot of people, it did not get the recognition that I feel it deserved when it first came out.
No, it didn't.
And it has since developed this huge cult following. And I really wish we would have gotten Rob Zombie's original vision for the original movie, because I feel maybe Devil's Rejects would have gone in a different direction, or if not in a different direction, it's already such a big jump from the feel of the original film that this jump would have been even bigger, because there was supposed to be actual zombies. There was a bigger part for Dr. Satan. We were actually supposed to see Dr. Satan in Devil's Rejects, but that got cut out. which
Have you s
pisses me off.
have you seen the scene in the deleted
Yeah,
scenes?
yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen the deleted scenes, but I like I said, being a huge fan of House of a Thousand Corpses, and a lot of people just call it a Texas Chainsaw Massacre ripoff. I feel it's done better. I
It's a
love
no.
I feel the I love the family aspect, and I feel like it's more you definitely get those Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 vibes more than the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's more like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, which is another film that a lot of people don't like. I absolutely adore part 2.
It's fun.
Um,
It's
it is
fun for what it
a fun
is.
movie. I love the mask that Leatherface wears in that movie, but going back to this, being such a huge fan, I didn't know what to expect with the second film because when the trailer dropped for it, it was a completely different feel. The first film was this, I don't know, I don't wanna say campy, but it felt like a horror movie. This one is not a horror movie. I feel like this one is more of like, I don't know, I don't wanna say Western, but you do get that Western feel because you have the sheriff that's going after the bad guys.
Yeah, I have to agree with that, yeah.
So it is kind of like a gritty '70s exploitation type Western feel to it, and it works so damn good. You get these characters taken out of their comfort zone, which is their home. They're used to being they were the predators, now they're the prey,
Yeah,
and it's a complete shift because you're not supposed to like these people. You're not supposed to feel for these people because they're psychotic, they're murderers, they're rapists, they are the worst scum on earth,
yeah,
but you like them, you want them to succeed. By the end of the movie, you get this really awesome slow down scene with, with the music playing, and you're like, "Fuck." And you think that's the end of it, but lo and behold, fucking somehow they survive that goddamn massacre because we get 3 from hell, and they kinda take a step back and like, "Well, yeah, they got shot, but it wasn't as bad as we made it look in the Devil's Rejects." But they were massacred, and I would have been okay with this being the logical ending of the Firefly family because it was such a great story, and we get to see majority of the original characters, but we don't see grandpa, so we can assume that grandpa, died before or something because
Empire, yeah,
it doesn't really say how long after House of a Thousand Corpses this takes place. But it's obviously not Halloween time anymore. They don't have all the, cinematics and shit that they had at the end of the first one. So it could be a few months after the first one or years, maybe. It just doesn't specify the time that has passed since the first film. But I love that we get Tiny. Tiny's back in it.
yeah.
Um, we get to see Otis again, which that shootout scene at the beginning's awesome. Like, and it's an awesome glimpse at what's actually gonna happen to the rest of the Firefly family by the time we get to the end of the movie.
They also had a backup plan, I mean, you would be stupid to think doing shit like that one day you're gonna get caught.
Yeah.
So they had a contingency plan to go, "Okay, cool. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna get the fuck out of Dodge." Everything was already set in place. So that to me, that was like, okay, this is great storytelling because they already had a plan in place. It wasn't just, "Oh my god, let's get the fuck out of here." Like, "Nope, we're gonna go here, you're gonna go there. We'll meet up at this point."
Yeah.
Well, it's
And
a
I
good
feel
idea.
I feel like a lot of people shit on Rob Zombie's directing style, but I see what he was trying to go for. So the first movie, it's from the victim's perspective.
Yeah,
It's the horror that they went through. So that's why it's a completely different feel than what we get in the second movie because the second movie now is from the killer's perspective. So everything that we're getting, the world's visually because they see things differently. It's gritty, it's grimy, as to where the first one is from the victim's perspective. So it's horrifying. It's supposed to be a horror film. This is not a horror film, but it's hands down one of my favorite movies. It is in my top 5 films that I can just watch. I can put on and I will watch it. I don't care what time of the year it is. This This isn't a movie that you should only watch at Halloween time. This is one that you can enjoy if you enjoy this kind of movie any time of the year.
Yeah. Psycho, anything you want to add to that?
Well, I mean, was privileged enough to be working at the theater when this came out. Same thing with House of a Thousand Corpses. So, needless to say, that I got to watch this as many times as I wanted between, watching it on the full movie start to finish. And then I had this real big tendency of watching clips of movies a lot when I was working at the theater. Took full advantage of it, especially working up in projection. I freaking love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of the last 20 years. When you talk about things being different from the first movie, I noticed it right away watching it. And I was like, this is not the same farmhouse. This is totally different. It reminds me, I don't know, it made me wonder why. I would love to ask him this. Like, why did we go with a different aesthetic instead of trying to use the same house? I always wondered what was with the big change. But no, this is just a great flick all around. As far as it not being a horror movie, I mean, I do still consider it to be a horror movie simply because they're still doing horrific things throughout the movie. But yeah, I have so much fun watching this movie. And I agree. We could have just assumed ended the movie where it was. I know there were, I think the reason why Three from Hell got made is because the fans were constantly asking, are you guys going to do another one? And it's like, no, they're dead. What are we going to do with this? And to say that Three from Hell kind of tarnished the ending a little bit, I feel like it did because it's such a perfect ending. With everything the way it played out. Watching Three from Hell, it's like, I try to give it a chance every time I watch it. It just does not hit. Not even close.
Yeah, it just doesn't have that same aesthetic that the
Mm.
previous 2 films had, and like you said before we started talking or before we went live, um, majority of it is because Sid Haig wasn't in it. He was already dying of cancer, and
Mhm.
the little scenes that he did film were extremely painful for him to do, but he wanted to do it not only for Rob, but for the fans of his character, and when you see him in that movie, it hurts, man. You can tell, like, he is skin and bone.
Yeah,
It's
he really is.
he does not look at all the way he did in the previous 2 films, but to go back to your question as to why they didn't use the same farmhouse, so House of a Thousand Corpses was filmed on the Universal studio lot. With it being a different company making Devil's Rejects, they
Uh,
refused they
That
refused to
makes
let
sense.
Rob Zombie use the same house, but
That
do you know where we can see that house at?
is in South Texas somewhere?
No, it is on the Universal Studios backlot, but it is in another movie and a TV show that used to be on ABC.
The Munsters.
Desperate Housewives.
Oh, really?
Yep, it's Desperate
Whoa.
Housewives. Yes, the house is in Desperate Housewives. Granted, it's not all run down and dilapidated the way they did for that. And
Yeah.
it is also it is also a house scene in the Little Best Whorehouse in Texas.
No shit. I was thinking
Yeah,
of musicals for reviews, and I was thinking of musicals, and I totally forgot about Little Whorehouse in Texas. I totally forgot
Yeah.
about that movie.
one of my favorites.
Now, a fresh perspective on this because, like I said, I had not seen any of these movies until I watched them a week ago.
You are late to the party.
Well,
Very late.
again, well,
Years late to the party.
my question is, why do all the psycho killers live in Texas? Seriously, you got this movie, you've got Texas Chainsaw Massacre, you got all these fucking crazy demonic people live in fucking Texas. They live in Oklahoma. Let's be fucking real here. Come on.
Well,
Seriously.
I mean, and to be fair, Leatherface is based off of Ed Gein, who was
Yeah.
not even here in Texas.
Okay.
But what better place? I mean, if you think about it, state-wise, our state is absolutely terrifying. There's miles and miles of absolutely nothing. You can have your car break down in the middle of nowhere. You don't know who's out there. You
Yep.
don't know what kind of
Yep.
crazy people are out there. You know what I mean? So Texas is literally the best place to base a horror film.
It's funny you say that because little side note, I was driving home with my ex-wife Suzanne when I was still in the military, and we were in that long stretch from Texas or from El Paso all the way to Corpus where there's nothing. And we drove by this gas station and it looked like it was like the lights were on, but there was nobody there. and we needed gas, and she's like, "We should go there," and I'm like, "No, I think that's the beginning of a horror movie. We're gonna keep going." But it looked legit like it was there was no cars in the parking lot, but the lights were on, and I'm like, "Yeah." I mean, I've never seen Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but I'm pretty sure that's where it's the sheriff was probably in the back somewhere.
And you know what's cool is that the gas station from the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre is still open. You can actually you can actually camp out there. They have cabins in the back.
No shit.
Mel and I went there 3 years ago for my birthday, and, they
Sweet.
have, like, a little gift shop, and they have a barbecue, and the barbecue is absolutely amazing.
Where is it located? I want to go there. Me and CJ want to go there.
It is right outside of my god, what is the name of the town? Hold on, give me a second, let me Google it real quick.
And I'm guessing you've been to Hoopers too, right?
I have not.
Whoa, you haven't? Oh
I have
shit.
not. It is in Bastrop. It's in Bastrop, so it's about,
Okay.
I don't know, 4 hours away, something like that.
Okay.
That's not far.
Because me and my friend went to Fantastic Fest a couple weeks ago, and after it was over, she was like, "Hey, Hoopers is only like 45 minutes away," and I was like, "Let's go check it out." And you know what? It's not bad. It's not bad at
It's
all.
about 3 hours away. So it's a 3-hour drive. It's right between Austin, or it's right outside of Austin.
Oh, perfect. Then we'll
Yeah,
probably go check it out next year after Fantastic Fest.
and they always have a lot of conventions and stuff. They have the, Cult Classic convention that they hold in Bastrop almost every year, and they have a bunch of different horror people come out, and it's a pretty cool little spot, man. Like I said, it's small, it's in the middle of nowhere. It doesn't have the gas pumps in front anymore, but they have a bench that was dedicated to everybody that was on the film that's passed away. They put a plaque up for them. They have the van from the movie out there that you can take pictures. It's actually really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and I wish I wish other horror films would kinda take advantage of that as well. You know,
Mhm.
granted with House of a Thousand Corpses, Devil's Rejects, you know, they were filmed, on studio lots and other locations, but other films that weren't, you know, I really wish they would take advantage of that because, I mean, that's huge, man. Even like the Nightmare on Elm Street house, somebody lives there now, and the guy's kind of a douche, but
Oh,
he
great.
gets
Wonderful.
yeah, he gets pissed off when people take pictures in front of his house, but,
What
I
do you
mean,
expect, bro?
you live in the Elm Street house, man. You knew what you were doing, you
Yeah,
know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. You had to know.
Yeah.
I'm sure they told him.
Yeah.
I'm
But
sure it
back
was
to
in
this,
the
I
notes.
wanna know because it was your first time view.
But like I said, I watched House of a Thousand Corpses, and I was talking to Jay, and right as the movie starting, I'm like, okay, I'm putting my phone down. I'm giving this movie 100% of my attention. Put my phone on vibrate, upside down. That way I don't see it go off. And I'm just watching this movie for the first one. I'm going to say a House of a Thousand Corpses. I was a little underwhelmed. I was expecting more. I was expecting more from the horror aspect. I mean, any jump scares didn't get me. And I'm like, maybe I'm just an old, decrepit old man or whatever. And then I pop in Devil's Rejects, and again, popped it in. I went to the fucking
I
movie
was
theater
gonna
one.
say, what the hell?
Yeah, there was, like, maybe 30 people in the theater, and I sat right in the front where they have the handicaps. That's the best seat in the
No,
house,
those are the
by the
best
way.
seats in the house. That's
Yeah,
where
I
I sit
agree.
all the
Seat in
time.
the
Totally
house,
agree.
boom.
Yeah.
So, I'm sitting there, I can do whatever I do. Fucking Rob Zombie had, like, this hour-long fucking thing where he talks about the movie, and he fucking spoils the movie before it even fucking starts, and I'm like, "Dude, you just fucking spoiled the movie."
The movie's been out for 20 years. He didn't spoil shit. You
He
should
spoiled the movie. It should have said spoiler alert. And this is for you, Chris, especially for you because I know you're late to the party. But and
It's
I'm
been
like, you
out
know what?
2 years, Mr. Malvinus. Hadn't you seen it yet?
Oh fuck. But I'm watching, and I didn't read the synopsis. I didn't go into it knowing what to expect. And it just jumps into chaos right away. I do agree there was more of a Western feel. It's the sheriff looking for the bad guys, looking for the man that shot his paw.
Outlaws, hiring the outlaws to help him
Yeah.
find,
Yeah, that was
the
cool.
worst outlaws.
Yeah, bounty hunters, whatever you wanna call them.
Yeah.
Um, I would have liked to have seen more of Captain Spaulding in this movie, to be honest with you, but I get it, they were separated trying to get to one point. This movie was better than House of Thousand Corpses,
Oh, yeah.
but again, and the moment for me when it turned, when I was like, "Oh shit, I'm on the fucking wrong side here. I'm rooting for the bad guys." is when they're at the farmhouse and the sheriff is chasing baby, and then all that shit goes down and he ends up, dying. And I'm like, dude, I'm cheering for the bad guys. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Yeah, and that's the fucked up part
Yeah.
about this series is, like I said, you're supposed to not root for them.
Yeah, there you
So,
are
but
going,
what does that say about us as a society that we're rooting for the bad guys to win? These are horrible people. Look at what they did to that, traveling band. They fucked
Oh
with
my
those people.
god,
And
dude.
Otis flat out mouth raped that girl in front
Mhm.
of her husband
oh,
and just
yeah.
so many different things. And then even when they're walking, he's just adding insult to injury. He's already had his way with this dude's wife, and he's like, I can still smell your wife's,
Pussy snake on my
pussy
gun.
stank on my gun. And it's like, dude, fuck you. Like, fuck, man. And granted, I give them props because they tried. They tried. They did try to overpower him, but it just
But that's
Yeah.
the
devil's
scene.
luck. Devil's luck, man.
But
Devil's luck.
that's the scene that caught my attention is when, the guy's like, "Why are you doing this? What are you doing?" He's like, and he says that line, and I'm sure one of you will know it better than I do.
I am the devil. I'm here to do the devil's work.
Yeah, that line right there.
My
And
favorite line of the movie.
bro,
Like,
this
he ain't
dude
messing
is
around.
psychotic.
Mhm.
Um, again, I agree the ending of the movie could have been that's it. No, there doesn't need to be a third movie.
No, it doesn't.
And this brings up my point about any kind of fandom or any kind of franchise is sometimes the fans, they want more, but there doesn't need to be more. You know what I mean? Or, one thing that I fucking hate is when I'm on social media or something and I see, here's a fan casting of like Back to the Future if they remade it or Star Wars if they redid it. And I'm like, I don't care who you think should be in this movie. Fans ruin franchises. And I've said this many, many times. I don't, did there need to be Three from Hell? Probably not. If it's a love letter for the fans and it was Sid Haig's last hurrah, then I'm all for it. I will probably end up watching it anyway, just because, like you guys said,
And you're probably gonna be the guy that watches and is like, "I liked it." But,
you know,
I just feel like with Three from Hell, it came too late. If we would have got it 5, 10 years after, I think it would have worked because, like I said, the main puzzle piece is Sid Haig.
Yep, I agree.
yeah,
I've been saying that for years. They should have made it way,
Yeah.
way fucking sooner.
And granted, it's not up to Rob Zombie. I'm sure he wanted to make it right away, but you have to write the script and then you have to get somebody to pick up the script or you have to fund it yourself. And granted, he's a fucking, rock star or whatever, but maybe he doesn't have that kind of money to put behind. If I were in his shoes and it was something that I wanted specifically because it had the potential to be such a great trilogy, I would have just funded it myself and then I would have gone the Terrifier way and been an independent film, released it independently, and then see where it went. And I
yeah,
really feel that more films need to do that. Granted, they're not gonna all be as successful as Terrifier 2, but there's potential.
yeah.
Oh,
I
I
mean,
wonder. Oh, good.
I was gonna say, look at Kevin Smith. He built a career on that.
Yeah, yeah.
$20,000 movie, and it's made millions of dollars, and he's now, one of the bigger directors in Hollywood who was tasked in the mid '90s to write a script for a new Superman movie that Tim Burton was like, "Nah, I'm not doing that." That's a whole other story. But again, for this being my first dip, and I will watch this movie again. That is a guarantee. I will watch it again in the privacy of my own bedroom, and nobody there. There are some parts in that movie that I laughed at that nobody else laughed at, and I'm going, "Wow, I'm more fucked up in the head than I think I am." It's
Well,
just
it's not that though. Have to bel you have to think to yourself, if there was 30 people in there,
mhm.
29 of them have already seen the movie.
That's a good point. Yeah, that's a valid point.
So granted, while it probably was a funny moment, and it is a funny moment, we've already seen it.
Yeah, that's true.
Somebody who's never seen it with fresh eyes, I'm pretty sure that's the same reaction we had the very first time we watched it.
And which moment are you referring to?
I don't even remember off the top of my head. I just know there was a couple of moments that I'm laughing and I'm just like turning around going, "Is this thing on?"
You know when I laughed and it was a fucked up moment, and I don't know why I laugh. It's just such a goofy kill. Is when they kill Brian Posehn when he's knocking on the door and then they fucking shoot him in the head and he's like, and then they just fucking kill him like right off the because at that time
They
Brian
they usually they torture these people before they
yeah
do anything. They don't
yeah
just
and
outright
no
kill people half the
they
time.
offed him like right
Yeah.
off the bat, which was different for them, but at that time in 2005, Brian Posehn was a very well-known person. So
Yeah.
I thought he was at least gonna make it to the end of the movie, and then he
Nope.
died, and I'm like, "Oh, shit." Like, okay, we're not fucking around. And I laughed.
Nope.
Like, I thought it was funny that they killed
Yeah.
him the way they did.
Speaking of the people in the hotel, you know the wife that was fucked with, you know, the whole time, got
Mhm.
naked and all that. Chris, you know who that was?
I don't.
That was the psychic, the topless psychic from Mallrats.
No shit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that was her.
3
Yep.
titties.
Wow.
What the hell are you talking about? It's just clear as day. Look at it, for God's sake.
Yeah, you can tell we're a movie fan. That's why, right there, we're real movie critics. Yeah, I do want to go. This is something I want to incorporate, and something that I just got into is the whole Rotten Tomatoes scores and all that. Now, do I give them? Do I give them as gospel? No, I do not, because a lot of the times fans are going to spam hate a movie. We saw that with Superman.
Oh,
That people were like, "Oh, this movie sucks." I'm like, have you seen it?
That
No, I just
wasn't
don't suck.
that wasn't people, that was Lex's monkeys.
Oh, oh, my bad. My bad. My
Oh,
bad. I
Speaking of
forgot
which,
about that.
Scuba, I'm officially on the Superman train now.
Yeah,
It's a-
boy.
It took 5 times. I know what happened.
Twice, man.
No, well, see, I didn't like it the first couple of times, but after I did a little research and I accepted that this is not the reverse that I'm so fond of as a kid, a lot
Yeah.
of nostalgic value, I had a lot more fun with the movie after
Yeah.
all that, because
Yeah,
a lot of
it's
that
a
stuff I didn't know.
It's fun, man. It's a fun flick, and
It is.
from the get-go, man, I was just like a little kid again watching Superman
Yeah.
for the first time.
Yeah.
I enjoyed
Yeah.
it gave me, like I said, it gave me that childhood feeling that Man of Steel did not give me.
Well,
yeah.
to be fair, Man of Steel was kind of a darker tone to the character, but
Exactly.
when I walked out of this particular Superman, I walked out going, "You know what? I have hope for the world." So, before I go into the Rotten Tomatoes thing, there is one I do want to do a review of Peacemaker season 2, which I just watched the episode Thursday when it came out. I don't know where everybody else is at, but I definitely want.
I still got 3 more episodes.
All right, you haven't got to the big.
You haven't got to the
have you?
meat and potatoes yet.
No, he
Not
is
quite.
not.
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Oh,
Episode 7 is by far.
whoa.
My mouth dropped. I was like, "Holy shit!"
I kind of saw it coming about the 4th or 5th episode. I'm like,
No, I did too. But I'm talking
is it
about
confirmed?
character reveals and not realizing that just because the world is a certain way and we think this character is that way, that character is not that way.
Yeah, yeah.
You guys are
100%.
building this shit up, man. Big time.
Man,
Yeah,
I'm getting excited now.
it's
Yeah.
good, man. It's good. Good
It's
shit.
jaw dropping.
Cool.
I'm gonna do House of a Thousand Corpses for kind of compare and contrast the tomato meter, which I believe is the critics. And
Critic score, yeah.
let me say this before, and this goes back to the beginning of time, Siskel and Ebert and these critics. Critics are fucking stupid. I'm sorry, and half the time, if they like the movie, it's for the wrong reasons.
So
You know what I mean?
the way I look at it with Rotten Tomatoes, if the critics give it a high score, majority of the time I do not like the film.
That
If the
happens.
critics give it a low score, I absolutely fucking love it.
It's usually how
So-
it goes.
With that, and you have the tomato meter, which is the critics, and the popcorn meter, which is the fans, and that's the one I pay the most attention to. House of a Thousand Corpses, the tomato meter was at 22%. That's fucking low.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
The popcorn meter was at 65. Kind of low. And again, when I watched a House of a Thousand Corpses, going in, I was expecting more, and I didn't get it. It's like hooking up with that girl you were in love with in high school, and then the sex is just not that great. It was just like underwhelming. Like, ugh, okay, whatever. Three from Hell had a tomato meter of 58% and a popcorn meter of 55. So they're about the same.
So 3 from Hell had a better score from the critics than
Yeah, it did.
I
House of
don't
a Thousand
That
Corpses?
goes to your theory right there that if the
No,
critics were
fuck
like,
all that.
nah."
I'm
Now,
sorry. No, Three from Hell. If I was to do a ranking of all the films, Three from Hell is at the bottom.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is.
from what y'all are saying, I think y'all would put Texas Chainsaw Massacre before 3 from Hell, and it's not even in the freaking franchise.
Yeah, and I don't really like Texas Chainsaw Massacre either, the original, but
uh,
I
um,
like it
What
better
about
than 3 from Hell.
what about the remake though?
I like the remake. I, um I do have my qualms with it, but it is I feel like it's a better take. It's more horror than
Mm.
the OG.
Dude,
Yeah.
the sheriff, man, the fucking
Yeah,
sheriff in that movie.
but
Dude.
that's Arlie Ermy, man. I mean, you put that
Yeah, that's
man
what I mean.
you could put that man in any role and he's gonna be, Arlie Ermy and bring that to the role.
Yeah.
But I feel like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 22, the one that came out straight to Netflix, did not get the glory that it should have.
I have my reservations about that movie, but it was fun.
It was a fun movie. I want it on physical. Give me a damn physical release.
um, for The Devil's Rejects, the tomato meter is 55%,
Ugh.
which
Jeez.
is about
Jeez.
the same from 3 from Hell, give or take a couple of points. The popcorn meter, the fans, 78%.
Okay.
Not
It's better.
horrible, but it's
Better.
better. It's by far the highest ranking one of all of them because the next one is the House of a Thousand Corpses at 65%. So, with that being said, I want you gentlemen, out of 5 stars, or in this case, 5 vagina smelling guns.
No, fuck that. 5 cones of Tutti fucking Fruity.
Tutti fucking
fucking
fruity.
Dude,
There is
you know
no fucking ice cream in your fucking future.
and then we pan and they're eating ice cream.
Tutti fucking
All right,
Fruity.
fine. 5 Tutti Frutti ice cream cones. Psycho, what would you rate this movie?
Okay, so it's one of my favorite movies of the last 20 years. It's one of my favorite horror movies. I have so much fun every single time I watch it. This movie is like the equivalent, and a lot of movies are like this for me, almost like an old friend that you haven't seen in a long time. And when you start watching it, you're just having nothing but fun the whole entire time. And when the movie is over, you're sad because
Yeah.
it's like, you know what? I'm not going to see this again for a while. I will see it again, because at least movies don't die. But I had nothing but fun watching this movie. I'm going to give it 5 Tutti Frutti cones.
Wow.
Love this fucking movie. Love it.
Scuba?
Look, man, I already told you it's in my top 5 favorite films of all time. So how can I not give it 5 Tutti fucking Fruities? How could I not? It deserves it.
Wow.
And I will eat every single one of them Tutti fucking Fruity cones and enjoy it every single fucking time.
Well, to quote Bad News Barrett, I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Of course, you had to
of
screw it
course.
up.
Well, no. And again, I am not a horror genre fan,
I was
but
just going
I
to say
did.
that.
And I even told him, I said, I'm going out of my comfort zone here. This is not something that I'm into.
Oh, it's out of my comfort zone. It's scary.
But I watched it. No, I wasn't even scared one time. Now, I jumped
Okay,
more.
but here's
I
the
jumped more at
thing.
Jaws than I did this movie.
But here's the thing. You're looking at it from an aspect of, oh, well, I should be a horror fan watching this movie. As a normal person watching this film, regardless of if it's a horror movie or a Western, it's a mix of both. Do you like Western films?
I don't actually.
Oh, wow. I hate you. We are not friends anymore. Outlaw Josie Wales is one of the best ever. What the fuck?
Sorry,
Dude, the Man with No Name trilogy hits so well.
I'm sorry. Westerns are boring. I've tried. I really.
This is why you're single. This is why you're single.
How many have you seen? Wow, that's fucked up.
That's fucked up.
How many Westerns have you seen, dude? Like seriously, how many have you seen?
Oh Jesus. I've seen The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, obviously. I've seen a lot of the spaghetti westerns. I've even watched some of the westerns that were on TV when we were kids, and I just couldn't get into them at all.
Well,
I was like,
I know a Western movie that I know you like.
what, True Grit?
Back to the Future 3.
Yeah,
It's a Western.
No, it is a It is a sci-fi
God.
Western.
Yeah,
You know what? I can do one better than that. Blazing Saddles.
Ooh, okay,
That's
okay.
a Western.
What a
All
wow
right.
women at.
Okay, you know what? I am not just like the horror genre. I'm kind of creeping myself in. I'm not quite a fan. Come on, guys.
It's
Look
just
at
the
the
tip.
posters
Come on.
behind me. It will tell you the genre that I'm into. Come on,
But
seriously.
that's a space western.
No, shit, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Not
James
wrong.
You see, I already had something to. Shit, he's not wrong.
Honestly,
But-
dude, go watch the Cowboys. Seriously. Go
You
watch
know who you are? You know who you are?
No,
Go back to House of a Thousand Corpses.
I'm not Rainn Wilson, am I?
You are Ray Wilson.
Oh,
Oh, you're a spaceman. Pew, pew, pew.
oh, that's fucked up.
You deserve to be turned into the fucking merman.
Wow, that's yeah. Well, you think I'm single? Nobody will miss me.
But Bill's all right.
But you know, again, I was expecting more. I guess I put too much emphasis on this movie that I was underwhelmed. But it was. I have my rating right here in front of me. I'm going to change this rating because I feel after this conversation, I'm like, you know, the more we're talking about, it definitely has the replay value. I definitely want to watch it again and see what I missed the first time. But I'm going to give it 4 Tutti Frutti ice cream cones. I originally had 3. I'm going to give it 4 just because, again, replay value. I will watch this movie again. If it was a shitty movie, like I will never watch this again. But it kept me entertained. Captain Spaulding is the MVP of both the first 2 movies. Sorry, he just is. He's just such a arrogant and when he was trying to leave in that fat bitch, and he's like, "Get the fuck off me, woman! I'm trying to fucking leave."
Well, dude, yeah, that I forgot about that scene. That is great. That is such a great scene.
And he's dreaming about fucking a hot girl, and then he wakes up with a fat bitch. I'm like, dude, yeah, I get it. I totally get it.
He's like,
totally get it.
I've been there so many times.
Yeah, I've been there a couple times. But again, great movie. Granted, I saw the Rob Zombie Halloween, which I did like.
Watch your
by the
mouth.
way.
Okay, good.
I did though. I did like it. Me and Jay went and saw it in the theater.
No, we saw part 2. I have my okay. Well, real quick. There are a couple of things I've learned to like about that movie. Some of the storyline elements work, but damn it, that movie pisses me off because I remember how disappointed I was watching it the first time.
I just remember they gave us an origin story of why he's fucked up, and that's what I want to know why you're not just fucking crazy. Something has to trigger you.
No,
So last year on Gornmore, we didn't review all of the Halloween films, but we did our ranking of every single Halloween film.
Yeah.
And I think 2 of the guys had the OG Halloween as number 1, but 2 of us had Rob Zombie's Halloween as number 1. And I was one of them. I thoroughly enjoy Rob Zombie's vision of Michael Myers more than I do the original film. Maybe I just like Rob Zombie. I don't fucking know, man. But total in tally, the average for all 3 of our scores put together, it's a 4.6666666, so a 4.7 for House of a Thousand Corpses.
So it's still,
and that's a great fucking score. It's totally fair.
Let me write that down because I'm going to put that in post production here.
You're welcome.
You know, there's one other line from The Devil's Rejects that I can't get enough of when one guy is like the one that pukes after the one dude gets popped in the head, and he's sitting there like, "Mister, you're being crazy," or whatever the hell he says. Boy, the next thing out of your mouth better be some brilliant fucking Mark Twain shit.
Yeah.
It's definitely getting inscribed on your tombstone.
And you know,
I love that line.
you know what you didn't even touch on? You even mentioned E.G. Daly's in this movie.
Oh, I totally forgot about that. I was trying to remember her fucking name, and I could not remember her name.
Dottie, hello.
From Pee-wee's,
Pee-wee.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Yeah, I totally forgot about that. My bad.
And from Rugrats, don't forget about Rugrats.
Tommy Pickles.
Oh, and Valley Girl.
And
yeah, that's right. She was.
Was it Summer School? Was it Summer School also?
No, not Summer School.
No, not Summer School. That was a different girl.
Didn't she do the one of the songs in it?
She might have. I don't remember.
I think she did. I think she did one of the songs in Summer.
It's been a minute since I've watched Summer School, so
I have that shit on Blu-ray, man. I love that
Nice.
movie.
Whatever. But again, this is why you should be listening or watching this podcast, because we are all movie fans, and that's we did 7 Degrees of some other actress instead of Kevin Bacon. And you're like, she was in this movie, she was in that movie. Oh, I fucking forgot about that.
I can go all day with that shit. Seriously.
So again, overall score from the three of us is a 4.7. Again, not bad. You know, I mean, again, it has its flaws, but I think the diamonds outshine the coal in this particular situation.
Complaints are minor.
Well, that will conclude our review of The Devil's Rejects. Psycho Nerd, promote your show.
The Psycho Nerd Podcast, which can be found on my YouTube channel, Repeat Movie Viewer. Got a lot of new podcast stuff being filmed right now. A lot of it pertains to my time at Fantastic Fest. Look out for that.
That's it? Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
And get a drink, ladies and gentlemen, because we're about to have
a long list of shit.
here. Yeah,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I am your host with the ghost, the Prince of the Paranormal, the Duke of the Dead, the Dean of the Deceased, the Ghost Daddy himself, Lord Scuba Cabra. And you can find me on the Crypt of Cringe podcast, where my wife and I review the worst of the worst films. We have Leprechaun 4 dropping. We're actually going to record our review on it today, and holy shit, so far we've done, the first episode was War of the Worlds 2025.
Ooh.
Then we did Troll 2, and now we are on Leprechaun 4. So yeah, we watch the worst of the worst movies, talk about it, and give it a score on the Cringeometer. Then you can find me on Mondays live streaming on the Gore and More podcast, where we review horror movies every single Monday. That is what we do all year round. This coming week, I believe we have one of my picks, which is Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Yeah. So yeah, and what's really cool now is that we decided that we're gonna do next year kind of like a football draft when it comes to the movies we pick. And we have 2 trophies. One of them is the GOAT, and the other is the Sacco, which we took from the league because I love that damn show.
Yeah.
And it is a Blue Balls trophy, and it says your movie gave us Blue Balls for the year. Right now, I'm in 3rd place, so we'll see where I'm at the end of the year. Also, I just brought back my paranormal podcast, Somewhat Supernatural. So if you guys enjoy anything paranormal, you can start off on episode 1 and work your way all the way back up to episode 41. I talk about all things paranormal, UFOs, ghosts, cryptids, you name it. I talk about it. And then also, please follow our wrestling organization, Apex Championship Entertainment. You can find us on YouTube. We do a show called Apex Uprising, along with bigger shows, our premium live events. We have one coming up October 18th in Rockport, Texas at Archie's Patio. So get your tickets, come out, enjoy it. It's going to be a hell of a good time. It is a family-friendly show, as much as we can make it family-friendly.
Yeah. Anyone who's been to a PLE understands that statement.
Yeah, we try. I try to keep it PG, but
not when I'm on the microphone.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to think, do I do anything else? Do I do anything? Oh, no, I don't. But I just want to give myself a pat on the back because I am now officially a professional voice actor.
I was going to say congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. I booked my first gig. I did 30 seconds of work for $200. So when the project drops, I will be blasting that all over Facebook, and you will see me as the Toad of Wisdom on Jake Carlini's YouTube page. That's nice.
I warned you, folks. You know, get your drinks and your popcorn, as he will be talking for a minute. And I am your. This is the reason why he was the best KJ in town for 20 plus years. So that's karaoke DJ for you non-believers out there. I am your humble host, Christopher, the host of the Real Movie Critics, but you can also find me on my wrestling podcast, DJ Zodiac Podcast. Just Google it. You'll find it. It's there. YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good stuff. And even though I've already killed kayfabe, I am the voice of Apex on Apex Championship Entertainment Wrestling, along with my partner, Mr. Dick Biggums, the biggest dick in the business. We just posted our newest episode last night. Commentary was awesome, as well it should be. But for the Psycho Nerd and for Lord Scuba Cabra, I am Christopher. This has been The Real Movie Critics, and we'll hope you join us next time.
For K-pop Demon Hunters.
I am the devil, and I am here to do the devil's work.